Welcome to Business Exit Success, the podcast dedicated to helping small business owners on how they can successfully transition out of their business on their terms while also living a life of purpose and fulfillment after the sale. I am your host, certified financial planner and certified exit planning advisor, Tom Poltersdorf. Welcome to another episode of Business Exit Success, where we dive deep into the strategies, challenges, and emotions involved in exiting a business. Today, we're tackling a topic and question that's crucial for any entrepreneur thinking about exiting and making their big transition out. And that question is, what are the key barriers to a successful business exit, and how can you overcome the emotional and financial challenges involved? That is what we're going to address today. Now, whether you're planning your exit now or it's still on the horizon 5 years from now, this episode is packed with insights and strategies to help you navigate the complexities of stepping away from your business. I will also be sharing real-life stories and expert advice that highlight just how personal and emotional this journey can be. From talking with a bunch of other entrepreneurs and professionals and doing research on case studies when owners leave their business, exiting a business is a complex and often emotionally charged process. Despite even the fact that if you've done careful planning, several barriers can still prevent and derail a smooth transition. And understanding these limitations will be crucial to navigating the exit process successfully. So let's dig into these. The first barrier we need to address is the lack of clarity on the core problem. Here's what I mean. Many business owners fail to identify the real issues that need addressing before they can exit successfully. Pinpointing these problems requires deep self-analysis and sometimes external advice. It's not just about the financials. It's about understanding the very fabric of your business and what makes it tick. Some of these issues could be you're still heavily involved in the daily operations. There's customer concentration issues where the bulk of your revenue comes from one or two customers, or maybe you haven't built out SOPs for your business yet. Whatever the issues are, uncovering what needs to be addressed well in advance of an exit can position you to maximize the most value from the business. Next up is misunderstanding the financial implications, which means it's vital to have a clear picture of the reality of your current financial situation and of your current business state compared to the post-sale scenario after the exit. Understanding the numbers and the math behind the sale and how that will affect your particular situation helps in making informed decisions that align with your personal and financial goals. And if you identify the gap early enough, you will have more time to address it and fix it. Because here's what happens. An owner wants to exit. We take a look at their current lifestyle expenses compared to how much they'll need in dollars to live on after a sale. And after all the taxes and the fees are paid, there's a gap. And the sooner you identify the gap, the more time you have to fix it. The third barrier is overlooking the non-financial risks. Emotional attachments, legacy considerations, and the future of your employees often weigh heavily on exit decisions. These non-financial risks can derail plans if not properly managed. Many business owners underestimate how much their identity and sense of purpose are tied to their business. Stu Wolf is a chair and member of Tiger 21, which if you haven't heard of them, this is a global community of high net worth entrepreneurs, and they do high level coaching for their members. So I'll be referencing some items from this article, but Stu said this of the members he was coaching. Quote, they found themselves questioning their daily purpose post-sale. They wake up and say to themselves, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do today. This loss of purpose is a common theme among many who sell their businesses. End quote. So it goes to show how important it is to address the non-financial risks before pursuing an exit. And I'll share several ways on how to overcome this a little later in this episode. Moving on, the fourth barrier is exiting without regret. Many owners struggle with the emotional aspect of letting go. And developing a clear plan that aligns with personal values and future aspirations can help mitigate feelings of regret. As an example, Kara Trott, again, another Tiger 21 member, gradually phased out of her role slowly over time as opposed to exiting entirely from the business all at once. She focused on replacing herself with other capable leaders, which allowed her to maintain her sense of purpose and gradually transition out of the daily operations. Her staged exit helped ease the emotional burden and provided her with a sense of continuity. So just know if you're going down the exit planning route, it doesn't have to be all or none when stepping away. Your transition plan can take place slowly over time and on your terms, but usually only if you start planning in advance. The sooner you start planning, the more options you actually give yourself and how you want to step away. And the final barrier is leadership continuity, which is determining who will drive the business forward after the main owner exits. And this is essentially succession planning, and it ensures that the business continues to thrive without its original leader. So, how can we overcome these five barriers? Here are three strategies, and I'll expand on each one. First is engage in thorough planning and consultation. The second is to consider both financial and emotional aspects of exiting. And the third is develop a robust succession plan that aligns with the business's legacy and values. So I will expand on each of these strategies with tactical advice on what a business owner can actually do. So for the first strategy, engage in thorough planning and consultation. Here's how to approach it. Hire professional advisors. So engage with financial advisors, business consultants, and legal experts who specialize in business exit planning. They can provide valuable insights and help you navigate the complexities of the entire process. Get an accurate valuation of your business. This is really important because this will help you understand where you currently are. It will help you understand its worth and set realistic expectations of where you're currently at and what you need to do to maximize the value. Develop a detailed exit plan. So, this should include timelines of when you're planning on leaving or slowly transitioning out. This should include potential buyers and key milestones to make sure you're making progress. A well structured plan ensures you stay on track and addresses any issues that could potentially come up. Last is look at the different exit scenarios and how they will affect you. Play them out. So, this could include selling to a competitor, passing the business to a family member, or selling to a private equity firm. Each scenario will have different financial and emotional impacts. So get familiar with all of them so you can make an informed decision on what the best scenario will look like for you. Now, let's break down the second strategy, which is to consider both the financial and emotional aspects of exiting. First is the owner needs a financial plan. So work with a financial planner to understand your post-exit financial needs and goals. And this will include budgeting for your lifestyle. This will include investment strategies. And most importantly, it will include tax planning and some legal and estate planning as well. As a financial planner myself, I can honestly tell you with 100% certainty, you don't want to sell your business to only find out you don't have enough money to support your desired lifestyle. Next is emotional preparedness. So take the time to reflect on your emotional readiness to exit and be honest with yourself. I've seen where this might involve working with a coach to address any anxieties or fears about leaving the business. And there's lots of great coaches out there. So it's just really important to address this much sooner than later. Define your personal goals post exit. So, whether it's starting a new venture, spending more time with family, spending more time with grandkids, pursuing your hobbies, having a clear vision of what you're going to do next can ease the emotional transition when stepping away. And last is to think about the legacy you want to leave behind. This might involve setting up a foundation, mentoring other entrepreneurs, ensuring the business continues to thrive under new leadership. Figuring this out and how you want your legacy to play out will be really important. And I did a great episode, a few episodes back, with two entrepreneurs on their process, how they went in selling their business and what they're doing now. And what they're doing now is actually coaching entrepreneurs on how to do that exact thing. So look that up. It's a few episodes back with Ivan and Mariana. Great episode. So, and ending this, there was also research done that I want to mention. It was done at Cornell University, shows that having a sense of purpose can significantly impact your mental and physical health. Entrepreneurs who find new purposes after exiting their business often experience better overall well-being. And that's actually cited from the Tiger 21 article, which again, I'll include in the show notes so everyone can reference it. There's a lot of great stuff in there. Now, the last strategy was develop a robust succession plan that aligns with the business's legacy and values. So let's break this last one down on what you can do. Look within your organization to identify individuals who could potentially take over your role as successor. This might involve promoting current employees or hiring new talent, but start somewhere in identifying who you would want that person to be. Invest in training and development to prepare your successors for leadership roles. So, this could include mentorship, this could include professional development courses or leadership training. And last is to implement a phased transition plan, just like I mentioned earlier with Kara from Tiger 21. This just allows you to gradually reduce your involvement while your successor takes on more responsibilities, and it helps ensure a smooth handover of leadership, maintaining business continuity. So, with all that said, I'm sure you can tell exiting a business is a significant milestone that involves careful planning. It involves aligning yourself with the right professional advisors and emotional preparedness. By engaging in thorough planning and consultation, considering both financial and emotional aspects, and developing a robust succession plan, you can overcome the key barriers to a successful exit. So thank you for tuning in today. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback helps us bring more valuable content to entrepreneurs just like you. Until next time, make it a great day, and I'll see you next week.
Hey everybody, real quick before you take off, if you found this episode helpful in any way, please rate the podcast and leave a review. I would love to get your feedback and see if there are any topics you'd like to hear more about going forward. Thank you, and I appreciate you all very much.